Hello community, welcome to a new story titled, 3 My Girlfriend Cheated on Me with a Coworker at Work, She Said Nothing Happened. Well, let's get started, and don't forget to stay tuned for new stories and updates. 5 years. We were broke college students. A date was getting a chicken sandwich from Wendy's and sitting in our car, going to the lake to watch the sunset. Time flies. I'm doing well now. I have enough money to take us on vacations, expensive dates, buy her expensive things. I'll preface that we've had issues in the past. Nothing ever escalated to full-on infidelity. I should have seen the warnings. I suppose. I've always trusted my gut, and after the old issues we used Find My Friends for iPhone. Pretty simple, right? It shows both partners where the other is. Hers would conveniently break. I would interrogate her about and she'd come off with some excuse or tell me I'm crazy and controlling. Note that I found out that our Hulu that we share had a login at a location she isn't at XYZ, filler name for the real location. She said this was a VPN set to XYZ. This was the day after our anniversary, remember this. Fast forward 8 months after these issues started happening and I find a note in her wallet while on vacation. Yes, in her wallet that I was looking through as my gut feeling was absolutely eating me alive. Hidden notifications on her phone, weird happenings with Find My Friends, the like. I find a love note, spell thing. She's casually into Wicca, written out for another person. Full name. I bring it up. She tells me it's for her sister, right? Then says she put it there to catch me looking funny. I suck it up to salvage the expensive vacation I'd be paying off for months. When I get home I decide to people search this guy, found his name. Found a guy that fits the age profile, name, middle name is his dad's name. Eventually find his LinkedIn with a number. I talked to the guy and apparently they had a fling all summer that ended because he moved. Address on Zillow, sold August 9th, 22. Great. My heart drops. I confronted her and she stormed out and has refused to talk to me beyond calling me a controlling weirdo, that it's none of my business, that I was jealous of the love letter, that she hasn't cared about the relationship since 2018. Please note that the Hulu login was when she first had relationships with him. The day after our anniversary after I got her a diamond necklace, with plans to get her a ring later this year. Same gift order my mom got. She took him home, met his family and had relationships with his son. The guy is extremely similar to me as well. Gut punch. This continued as dating with them having relationships about 3 times according to him. He didn't know, no hard feelings. I'm sitting here at 3 a.m., polished off a bottle of bourbon, and don't know where to go as a 26-year-old that was planning his life around this girl. She needs to marry someone for DACA, the vindictive side of me wants to ruin that. Though perhaps I'm daydreaming. I just need advice and help. I don't know where to go. I love the idea of her, but when I think of what she did it's like my heart physically hurts. She's taken a stance of it's my fault, somehow. Was I a second choice? A fallback? She would have still been talking to the guy if he didn't move. Help. Edit. Fun side note, I had an old coworker that was a good friend that she made me stop contact with in fear that I would have relationships with her. Projection is a hell of a thing. Best comments. 1. Bro, nothing is better than being better. You're not married, cut her off completely bro, she made you log in with the date of her AP anniversary. If you stay you have no one to blame but yourself for everything that comes. When she gets deported make sure you see her off as America has one less trash person to vote. OP, yeah I was all for helping her but part of me wants to make it harder for her to get her DACA. Which I realize might be a step too far. I'm just resentful and hurt. So much of my youth wasted. 2. Don't make it harder or easier, just leave. Tell her you enjoyed the good times and you're disappointed she chose to end things this way but you wish her the best and then carry on with your life. One thing I've learned in life is there is always more friends and girls, this wasn't the one but you'll find another on and probably quickly if you're a catch. People focus so much on closure but who cares, just let her know you have zero interest in hearing it and you're done with it all. No need to drag it out. I'm sure when she realizes the damage she caused she'll try and come back but stay strong and focus on self-improvement and finding a girl who doesn't cheat. OP, thanks buddy. Dating game seems daunting right now but luckily I've been working on my body and finances for the past year. Who knows? 3. One thing I know these days is the single life and you would be surprised how many beautiful women just want a good-looking guy with a little ambition. If I gave you anything it would be this. Stop trying to need a woman and just improve your life, whether it be finances, fitness, or just about your whole life, and just go about your day-to-day life not looking for anything and not wanting anything, and that's when you find the best emotional peace. It's best to just have friends. The moment you want them and don't need them is when you know you've got it made, because you won't accept anything and you'll have some firm boundaries for yourself. OP, I appreciate it, man. I'm happy with my progress, and even though this has lasted a week, I haven't stopped any fitness or work goals, so I'm going to keep pushing that. I will think of a way to end things with her. Not for the money, but for the principle. I'm going to see if I can get her to give me back the necklace, the watch, the phone I bought her recently, because there is no reason for her to enjoy things I paid for with hours of my life. Second story. I went through my girl's phone and found a lot of things she never told me. My girlfriend and I, for the most part, have a very loving relationship. We are not perfect and have hiccups, but everything seems okay. We go on dates to spice things up, vacations, have relationships regularly, and so on. We have been together for 6 years. Her and I were together one night and she was texting someone and I glanced and it was a group chat. I asked who and she said gals from work. But something felt off. When she went to the shower, I glanced into her phone and saw this group chat, and it was mostly gossip with 3 other girls, but there is also a guy in it. I know of the guy she mentioned him before, but she said she rarely talks to him. She mainly chats with him in the group chat and they don't really text each other that much. She has no other apps and Facebook Messenger checks out clean. The pictures/videos in the group chat is what got my attention and kind of made my heart drop. She is physically very flirty at work with this guy. They laugh in the chat about pics where they are playfully fighting and grabbing each other, they are holding hands, he is touching her cheeks, and so on. Also, in one of the messages in a group chat without him, she goes, that the *tch better stop touching him, about some new girl that grabbed his shoulder. They went on a few car rides alone. One of those rides they were alone for several hours when they went to play golf at night with other girls from work. What bothers me is that she never really said she was alone with him in the car and that he is in the group she hangs with. Is she just friends with him? Comments. 1. Who plays golf at night? Cucumber golf, maybe. Let her. Right. His balls are gonna wind up in the rough after finding out she's been putting hole-in-ones with her new man. 2. Well, it might be a Topgolf sort-of situation. What I've noticed in a lot of these cheating stories is partners lacking social interaction with cheaters' social groups. If your partner gets invited to something, the general consensus should be you're also inviting their significant other as well, otherwise that social group doesn't respect that relationship enough and should be a massive red flag. 3. Okay bro. Here it is. You need to write everything down. Keep a log. Take pics of the entire convo. And start looking for more evidence. Have you met him? Have you met the gals from work? They know about you. Her jealously response about the new girl is all you needed to see. They're an item. I know this hurts, but you can play this a few ways. Before I give suggestions, the first question you need to answer is, are you going break up with her? 6 years is long, but you can't be with a girl that walks over you and disrespect your heart, relationship, and love like that. You've made sacrifices for her and she's choosing to eat her cake too. Selfishness at its core. You can't put up with this. 4. The fact her other co-workers are in the group that all this is being sent through and none of them say anything means they not only acknowledge it, accept it, and know it. They also know it gets worse. Protect yourself, OP. You need out of this throuple. 5. Well, she had relationships at least once, that car ride, and probably many more times. Only they know. How many? I think you know it too, but love is blind. Can I give you some advice? I was cheated on, I knew what she was doing, in the end she slipped up and got caught. I stayed. Now I want out, but don't have the affair as the reason it seems, as it has been over 3 years ago. Just leave, I can promise you it's never gonna work, as hard as that is to hear, it's the truth. Good luck. 6. She's been using the other girls as a smoke screen. She's really interested in the guy and uses the girls to make it acceptable to you. You definitely need to confront her. Going on car rides alone and going golfing sounds like a date to me. She even lied and told you how she rarely chats with him outside of the group chat, then you see pictures of them holding hands. She's definitely cheating and lying to your face. Confront her ASAP. OP, they went to the golfing place alone but met up with the other girls there, they weren't alone there. What did you think about this story? Also, do not forget to stay tuned for new stories and updates. Greetings.